I'm the real CoCo, back with another episode of CoCo's Tea, and I'm in the studio with a few guests. Again, something I don't usually do, but this is the annual end of the year wrap up episode that I do every year, and so I had to ask a couple of my friends to come through. And so aside from my friends, I also got a bunch of cameras in my face, which I'm not used to either. It's like four different cameras, I think maybe five. I don't know. They all in my face, y'all. I don't know how to feel. But I have a couple of my homeboys in here, Bradley and comedian Hollywood. What's good?
What's going on, man? I'm glad to be here. Comedian Hollywood checking in.
What's good? I'm glad to be here.
Y'all, I'm also the only woman in here. Like, there's like 10 niggas in here right now. That makes me so, I don't know how to feel. I really do not know how to feel right now. One of my homegirls dropped off at the last second. I thought I was going to have a little bit of comfort because Hollywood said he was going to bring his girlfriend. Then she didn't come. So I'm like, really? You going to have me in here with okay. All right. So like I said, we're going to be talking about some of our, some topics, some things that happened in 2018. And I just want this to be a good conversation, Bradley and comedian Hollywood. I'm going to call you Hollywood. That's weird, right?
Yeah, you say Hollywood.
Yeah, I'm just say Hollywood. So just a little backstory. I went to school with both Bradley and Hollywood. Me and Bradley became really good friends when I was at Stillman. And then I transferred to Skiggy, and I didn't really get to know Hollywood like that. But we've reconnected since I've been in the city, and like we knew that we were both trying to do like this entertainment stuff. So we always said that we would do some work together. So that's why I had to hit you up. I had to hit both of y'all up. I had to get, some people who I knew would have good conversations. Because me and Bradley, we used to get up at like 7, 8 o'clock in the morning.
Yeah, breakfast in the calf, man.
And have breakfast in the calf and have like good 30-minute conversations before we do our classes for the day. And I was like, I missed that. Having good quality conversations. So where do you guys want to start off this episode with some of the hottest things that happened in 2018?
So much. It's kind of hard to just pick out one right now, for real.
So do you guys want to start with Cardi B? Because I feel like she has been one of the bigger artists of 2018. Like, she has really skyrocketed.
I would agree with that. I definitely agree with that, like, from last year going into this year, like this definitely been like Cardi's time, like she is like the new like queen of rap hip hop, you know what I'm saying?
For sure. Did you guys think that she would have catapulted to where she is now? Like, would you have thought that 2 years ago?
Me, definitely not. I can't remember what it was now. Her first song that came out, there was like a hit song, and that's all we knew Cardi B.
Bodak Yellow?
Yeah,
that was last year.
Yeah.
Like last summer, yeah.
So, after that, everybody was like, she one hit wonder. She was getting hella like bookings for that one song, and then out of nowhere, boom. Crazy.
Yeah. Did you guys listen to the album?
No.
Nah, I ain't gonna sit here and lie.
Why did guys do that? Y'all do. Why is it that men act like they don't want to fuck with female artists?
No. That's not. No.
Well, I'll say this. Y'all love y'all some female R&B singers. Female hip hop.
Her.
That's what I'm saying. You guys seem to be a little bit slower as to getting on like the female hip hop train. Why is that?
It's probably like a masculinity thing. Like probably like dudes try to hold this like masculine image. Like I ain't listening.
Man, family, you ain't finna catch me watch listen to no Cardi B, man. No.
That's stupid. Y'all know that, right?
It is.
I mean, and I agree, I agree with it. However, you just got a lot of cats out here that just like, I let the ladies listen to Cardi.
Okay, so you guys have acknowledged why that's stupid. So you still not gonna listen to the music, even if you heard from everybody else that it's good.
Nah, see, we would listen to it, but as far as like claiming it and repping it and having like a guy admit like Cardi B or Nicki Minaj or Beyonce is one of his favorite artists, you'll never hear it. Never. They'll say something like I like him or I fool with him, but you will never hear a guy because of that masculine image they try to uphold.
That's fine. Well, y'all can be stupid, right? Okay, so are y'all gonna listen to the album though? Are y'all gonna listen to bars?
I'll give it a chance.
Because I felt like her album was good, like from beginning to end. I was like, I can work out to this whole album. She got bars on top of bars on top of bars. I could take these bars and make them my Instagram captions for like the next 5 years. Like, there's so much in that album.
Well, see, I'm more like, as far as like female rappers, like I'm more so like a Rhapsody type of guy. You know what I'm saying? Like,
okay.
I like Rhapsody.
Okay.
You felt it. You felt it. Yeah. You know what I'm saying?
I did hear that she had a good album. I never listened to it.
Rhapsody is like fire.
I heard. How are you guys consuming music these days? Because I feel like people are putting out music so much, it's hard to keep up, right?
Yeah, man, and it's like, for me, I'm one of the top dudes. Like, I listen to an album probably like 2 or 3 months after everybody else have, because I feel like you got like these hype waves. You know what I'm saying? Like, hey, bro, you gotta listen to that new 21, or you gotta listen to that new Wayne, or you gotta listen to that new this and new that. And it's like, man, that's cool, But I feel like for myself, as a consumer of music, I feel like for me, let me listen to my own time and be able to digest it for myself and be like, okay, whether I can, make that decision of, all right, this is a good album, or I'm just going out to hype everybody else talking about this album.
Now, as far as me, I'm exactly the opposite of that. I fall right in with the hype. If this what they saying is this new shit, hell yeah, I'm gonna vibe out to these new Migos or this Culture 2 or whatever just dropped. But I still have my own opinion as far as that go. Like, I won't just hop on it because everybody's saying it's lit. I'll give it a chance, and if it's not, then
I feel like I fall a little bit in the middle. Depending on the artist, sometimes I'll run and go listen to it, and then sometimes I'll wait a little bit. Like, it took me probably about a week or two to finally listen to the Drake's album when Scorpion, right? Scorpion, yeah. It took me a couple weeks to actually like listen to it because I was like, I have to be in a mental space to consume new music sometimes. One of the other things I wanted to talk about was the growth of 21 Savage and Kodak Black, because never would I have thought I would be trying to listen to one of their projects. And I feel like 21 Savage's new album is really good. Did y'all listen?
I'm not really a 21 guy, man.
I'm not either, but I heard everybody saying it was a good album, so I was like, well, let me go check it out. And it's good. And I never would have thought that I would listen to an entire 21 Savage album.
I can't say I am a 21 guy. I like 21. I hadn't heard his new album yet though. And as far as Kodak, I like Kodak too. I gotta catch up on some of these newer songs, but I like 21. But I hadn't heard the new album to chime in on that. Like,
y'all need to get on that.
I just know as far as the new 21 album, I know it's a lot of controversy over my boy LeBron, writing one of his like lines about like, I guess like out here getting Jewish money or whatever.
Right.
And folks in the uproar about that. But it's like, I mean,
I feel
lie?
It's very few times that like a lot of people will say in 2018 there's a really heavy PC culture, people having to feel very politically correct in everything that they say and do. And there's very few times that I feel like people are actually having to do that, and I didn't feel like he had to apologize for saying what he said. He's not being oppressive in saying anything about Jewish money. If anything, that's like the one thing that you hear black people talking about. We need to adopt the same, what's the word I'm looking for?
Kind of mentality?
Yeah, the same mentality and the same ideologies of Jewish people, right, so that we could come together and build a stronger community within this country. So I didn't feel like that was offensive. Like, I mean, I'm not Jewish, so I can't tell them what's offensive, but I just can't imagine it being offensive to them. But I guess if there was outrage, I mean, were Jewish people outraged, or was it just other people trying to tell him that he shouldn't have said that?
I just feel like folks are reaching, personally speaking. Like, I just feel like you said, we live in this such like PC culture where it's like you have to like teeter-totter or walk on eggshells on the things that you say, because you afraid of offending people. But it's like, man, you're going to offend people regardless. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? So I just feel like, you got to just, speak your truth,
Mm-hmm. Do you think Cardi and Offset are going to get back together?
I mean, I seen somewhere, I don't know if it was like Media Takeout or somewhere. But
they was on a boat?
Yeah. Mm-hmm. On a little, you know what I'm saying, a little, like in the beach. I'm like, hey, all right.
I believe they will. I don't know, it's kind of hard to say what'll lead to it, but I believe they will though.
I mean, I just feel like, and it was like something that me and one of my homeboys talking about like probably like a couple of weeks ago. Like, fam, we look at them as celebrities, but we forget like these are still people,
real people.
You know what I'm saying? Like his I hate the term stepdad, but Offset's dad made this real long post or whatever. Just talking about how like, how this whole situation has affected like his family's like life or whatever. Mm-hmm. Of like how folks like talking about him behind his back, folks, how he felt like with his friends, talking about his son and, his wife and their relationship and all these different things, as far as their relationship goes. And, you know, as far as Offset, you know, Fam was in the wrong. But I feel like Fam is trying to do everything in his power to make things right. Don't agree with him just bum resting the spot, but, you know, hey.
Major facts. That's why I think they probably will get together. Because you rarely ever see, like, a quote-unquote street nigga get out on social media and pretty much be extremely vulnerable and just make, like, this, like, whole, like, heartfelt apology. Babe, I need you back, babe.
I love you, bro.
You know what I'm saying?
I love
like,
you, bro.
all of that. So, for that reason, I think they might get back together. But I don't know. Cardi B seemed like type of chick who don't really play that. So,
But the thing with Cardi, man, she gotta, me personally speaking, man, she gotta stop putting everything on social media.
I agree.
You know what I'm saying? Like, I feel like some of that could have been like, you know, private conversations behind closed doors. But it's like, I don't know if it's just like her, you know what I'm saying, like riding on her like platform or whatever. But, you know, when you talk about personal issues and personal business, man, that need to be between you and your man.
So one of the things that did annoy me that she did do was you told us that you were divorcing him. And then like 3-4 days later, you told us that we need to like stop harassing him. We wouldn't be harassing him, or your fans wouldn't have been harassing him if you hadn't told us your business. They wouldn't have had a reason to say nothing to him in the first place.
I think when you're a celebrity and you're an entertainer, some of this stuff kind of like money schemes. You ever feel like that? Like
What you mean? Like they just doing it for marketing?
Exactly. Like a perfect example.
Mm-hmm.
Kevin Hart cheat on his wife. About a month later, Irresponsible tour. Now it's like the biggest tour he ever had. And then you got Cardi B getting cheated on Offset. Then she want everybody to she put out the divorce. She want everybody to stop messing with him after she put out the divorce. Mm-hmm. Now, bet money, whatever album she come out with next, probably the best album she ever sold.
Facts.
And stuff like that happened.
But this last album was pretty good.
It was. But I don't know. It's just like when you ask questions like that, like it seems like a repetitive thing in a lot of celebrity like incidents.
Mm-hmm.
Like, and most of them be about people that really aren't even relevant. So this probably may not fall in that category, but I don't know.
I want to go back to what you said about Offset being quote unquote vulnerable on the internet. My thing is, we see men all the time who truly love their woman, who truly know, like they know that this is the person that they want to be with for life. This is the person they want to have kids with. This is who they want to grow old with. But they still don't do right. They still want to be a fuckboy. They still want to be out here cheating. They still want to do.
I refute the term fuckboy. I don't like that term.
I'm
man.
sorry. I'm gonna use it anyway. Do you have another suggestion?
I really don't give a damn what you call it, but she's speaking big facts right now. And I was just talking about this with some of my partners the other day. Like, it's crazy. I know a dude that literally want to like marry his chick and still be messing off.
Look,
like,
I feel like that's common.
And it's like, and his thing is, bro, I like to live on the edge, bro. I want to see her like, but bro, if you lose her, you know you're gonna
live on the edge. Okay, nigga, well then go live your edge on by yourself. Exactly. Go be by yourself.
I don't know. It's crazy.
Yeah.
I had a nigga tell me verbatim, only 2 out of 10 niggas gonna actually not cheat on their girl long term.
You said 2 out of 10?
2 out of 10.
Did this come from the nigga demographic or all men? I feel like there's a difference. You're going to get different results depending on who you asking.
I don't know. That's pretty deep. He's probably just talking about the nigga demographic.
That's what I'm thinking too. Just the nigga demographic. Yeah, so that's my thing. Like, unfortunately, and I said this before, I think that Cardi B has low self-esteem. She lets us know that on a regular basis when, you know, a year ago, I think before they even announced that they were married, she said that she didn't want to leave Offset because she knew that whatever other nigga she went to was going to cheat on her as well, so she might as well stay with him. Mm-hmm. She puts all her business out on the internet. You know, it's clear that she doesn't feel the need to keep some of her stuff her business and not tell us all of her thoughts. And I just want to believe that through all the growth and success that Cardi has had in the last year, that some of that she's starting to understand like her power and her worth. And this is not the first time that Offset has cheated. I think people are not realizing that because Cardi is actually like publicly saying, I'm leaving this nigga. Yeah. But there were rumors a long time ago that he was cheating. Like, this is not the first time around. Like, and I'm sure there's a lot of other instances where he was cheating that weren't rumored. Mm-hmm. So how many times, like, I don't understand all these men who are like, y'all don't understand. She's married. They married. The fuck they got to do with him putting his penis in somebody else? He broke a vow.
I'm with you when you right. I think the thing with him, man, like he's a rock star. Like fam is legit.
He shouldn't have got married.
Fam is legit. Hey, and I agree with you.
And I don't think that she should have married him either. But you know,
it just seemed kind of like fam, like didn't y'all like just meet, bro?
And that's something else I said. I had to do the entertainment report on air a couple weeks ago, and I was like, people do not realize that they haven't even been together a grand total of 2 years. We talking about meeting, dating, having a baby, getting married, talking about divorce in less than 2 years. That's not healthy.
No.
I think it's like he said, that rock star life is hard. Like hard. I'm not nowhere near that level yet, but
you see the ways.
No, I don't see the ways. I see him like I see him in other people's lives. Like I started out doing comedy in Montgomery. So a lot of the dudes brought me up. They already, they tell me stories all the time where the more you do shows, the more of these different type of females that maybe you thought you never had a chance with start getting at you, and it gets hard. So, let's think about defending Offset, but
at the same time, even with that level of success, why not have a certain? I don't want to bash men right now, but I feel
Go ahead.
I feel it.
I thought
we supposed
to be speaking our truth.
Go ahead.
I'm trying to do better. I'm trying to do better because 2019 is right here, and I'm trying to do better. I feel like men, in particular black men, a lot of times lack a certain level of discipline and self accountability. Mm-hmm. And just having to really step back and look within themselves and figure out what the fuck is wrong with them before they try to go fuck up another woman's life. And because my question to you is, yeah, you have all of these, you have access to all the pussy in the world now because you're famous. But
famous.
Right. But you're only getting that because you are famous and because you have money. So why not be like, you know what? I don't think I want to sleep with every woman because they wouldn't care about me if I was at Walmart making $7.25 an hour. That takes discipline to think that logically. And
I think too, I think it takes for a person to like just step back, you know what I'm saying, and have like, moments of self-reflection and be able to like do self-inventory. Like, dang, bro, like if I wasn't Offset, if I wasn't 1/3 of probably the most famous like musical group, forget rap, like music group in music period.
Yeah.
If I wasn't who I am, like would I still be garnering this, level of attention? You know what I'm saying? And then it was a girl I went to middle school with. She basically did like this whole rant about like niggas cheating and shit. And my whole thing is, fam, what you have to realize, bro, is people just look at the surface like, oh, this nigga cheating, but we forget to realize, like, fam, those seeds were sown in fam long before he became Offset. You feel what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. When you talk about, daddies, uncles, older brothers, older cousins, other like male figures in your life that, tell you, man, bro, man, get that pussy, boy. You better goddamn have about 2, 3, 4, 5 girlfriends. Hey, wait till you about 30, 40 before we get married.
But then if we do it, then it's a problem.
That's because y'all have more relational skills than dudes. You feel what I'm saying? From an early age, fam, think about it. Women grow up want to be wives and mothers and
I understand that. What I'm saying is y'all finding out that we are having 3 or 4 different boyfriends. Y'all niggas be hurt. Y'all wouldn't know what the fuck to do. But then want us to be so forgiving when y'all do it.
I think that varies. Yeah. That varies in between whatever type of dude you're dealing with. That's true for probably 90% of niggas. Me, personally, I'm not like that. Which I don't. I promote faithfulness anyway. You know what I'm saying? But if, as far as the conversation go, if I'm in that situation, like if I'm doing wrong and my girl doing wrong, I'm not going to be mad at her because I'm out here fucking off too. Because that's just me. I'm not a hypocrite. Like I have, like them dudes I just mentioned to you, my partners that think, it's okay for them to cheat and it's not okay for the girl to cheat. They fit right in that percentile that you're referring to. And they stupid for that. And I tell them that all the time. Like, nigga, you is stupid. Especially the ones that really, really, really love their girl. Or they claim they do anyway. But I think it come down to like even going back to Offset. Once you just step back and realize or ask yourself, is this a little temporary sex or this bad, quote unquote, out of my league chick that I couldn't get if I wasn't on top or famous? Is she worth losing my wife and family? No. 10 times out of 10, the answer should be, I don't care how fine the girl is, how bad she is. If you really built something or really like developed a true love, you really shouldn't mess that up over a one night stand. That's just my opinion.
Man, fam, like you just spoke major facts. Like it takes years to like build like something of of like I don't know the word I'm looking for, man, but it takes a long time to build something to where you want it to be, and it only takes 1 minute, fam, for that shit to just crumble down right in front of your face. You know what I mean? So it's like for him, man, he really has to look within himself going forward. If this is something that he really wants with Cardi, like, hey, man, I can't be fucking off on the road, bro. And then, the spotlight really on you. Like, like you said, fam has already cheated before, but it's like, shit, now she putting a nigga on blast. Like, he been cheating on me, and I don't know if he's gonna...
This your Cardi voice?
Yeah, I don't, you know how Cardi be, man. Like... just put everything on Front Street, and it's just like shit. Shock, he got the spotlight on him now. So like, fam got to be like, like husband of the year. Off real. Like they got to go to therapy though. That's me personally speaking. Go to relationship therapy or something.
I agree. So speaking of cheating niggas and women taking them back, I wanted to talk about Beyonce. I love her so much. I really don't feel like there's nothing new or a lot to talk about when it comes to her because, of course, she's still like the reigning queen. She's taken over the world once again with her tour that she just had with Jay-Z in the last few months. But one of the things that they did talk about was how, Jay at least talked about how he had to do therapy and unlearn all of his bullshit. And how he had, but at the same time, it's one of those things where it's like, okay, yeah, this is great, but you're also like 49.
I mean, shit, you still got niggas that's 50 that's still fucking off. So that
Yeah.
age don't mean shit.
Age don't mean shit, but at the same time, why is it taking you 50 years to like realize that you on some bullshit?
Because like I said, man, those seeds, man, it's Jay-Z, bro. It is Jay-Z. I don't give a damn. He look like Joe Camel. This man is the rap GOAT. Like
and
I'm saying,
he's married to Beyonce.
I mean, and fam could get any woman, and fam could, and fam can still get any woman that he want.
And she can get any nigga that she want.
True.
But she just step out on him because they.
You know what a person told me, and you chime in on how you feel about this being a female. Nigga told me that typically in relationships when dudes do the cheating, girls give them another chance because they love harder.
Absolutely. Absolutely. And that ties into a similar saying that, or not a similar saying, but another saying that I hear a lot of times. We're told as women that we need to be with a man who loves us more. And that is because we are naturally more nurturing, more loving, more giving, more caring. That's innate. That's who we are. So y'all are not like that. So if I'm gonna be with somebody, I need to be with somebody who's gonna love me more because you automatically are gonna get all of these things from me anyway. Like you already gonna win.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like with that, man, it's like it starts when we kids, man.
It does, but you have to. But again, this goes back to the whole self-accountability and self-reflection thing, right? Because you have to be mature enough to recognize those things before you're 40. Do that shit like now. There are things that happen. There are things that show you in your life that you're not making the right decisions or that you're not you're not doing certain things the right way for you to be like, okay, let me take a step back and think about what I need to do to become a better person or what I can do so I can get the things that I want in life, especially like in the relationship area. And I just don't feel like that should be happening after you're married and have kids with somebody and like 40 years old and you're like, oh, you know what? I am fucked up. Let me go get some therapy now. Let me actually have a conversation with my mother and talk to her about the things that she went through growing up so I can unpack why she maybe did the things that she did to me or why my dad did things like understanding those like generational curses, issues and those curses, right? That takes that level of discipline and self-reflection to even get to that point. Yeah. So I agree, like the things that happen to you as a kid will fuck you up for the rest of your life. But that's all of us. There's no one person who doesn't have any kind of issue. It's about what you decide to do.
I'm just glad fam came to his senses.
Who's fam, Jay?
Yeah, I'm glad, man.
He knew he didn't have a choice. He was about to lose out on the best thing that ever happened to him.
Fam, don't be Eric Benet, bro. Don't be Eric Benet, bro.
He said don't be Eric.
And Eric was like, I don't know what you're talking about. And then like
Fam.
other women came forward and was like, yeah, but you cheated on me too. So
Then he made the song all the way sapped out. Like, you
Come on, bro.
down 3 bags. Come on, man. You tripping.